So, good evening to all of you. Okay, today we are going to start with our new chapter, that is chapter number 3 in the syllabus. The name is Energy Management. So, our subject name is also the same, Energy Management. So, right now in this topic, we are mostly concerned with the energy conservation techniques and audit. One sec, who is admit? Try to join with the Walchen Sangli domain so that okay, it will not disrupt. Okay, so we will start. One sec, one sec. Okay, ठीक है. Is the screen visible? Anyone can respond?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, okay, ठीक है. We will start. Please, all of you mute your mics. Hmm. So today we are going to learn the chapter energy management. Okay, in this chapter we are going to see what is energy management, the need of energy management, and the different aspects, the techniques. Okay, the analysis and the importance, and lastly the applications of this energy management. Okay. So energy management can also be called as energy audit, okay, because the main goal of energy management is to conserve and manage and maintain the energy level or the uh, total energy in a plant or organization or in a grid. Okay, that is the main motto. So for that purpose, in order to achieve this kind of things, to achieve the energy management techniques and things, we need energy audit. Okay, we need to rectify the different faults which are occurring in a particular organization which is concerned with the energy losses, so that whenever we are going to rectify all the things, then we can make and statement, or we can define some techniques which will going to be as a tool for energy management. So these techniques are done with the help of energy audit. Okay, energy audit. So in this chapter we are going to see the importance of energy audit, definitions, types. Okay, types in quite detailed manner, and then the application of this audit, where it is going to be uh, done, and the application or a sample audit report in an industry, and the lastly applications of energy management. So starting with the energy audit. So what are the energy audit? Okay, before going to that, I need to show you some important things. The definition of energy management. Okay, so one second. There is a PPT. Just one second. uh, Chapter 1. ठीक है. Hmm. Hmm. This is important. Okay, before going to start the chapter, we are going to see what are the definitions and objectives of energy management, objectives or goals. Okay, so basically here they have written the fundamental goal of energy management is to produce goods and provide services, okay, with the least cost and least environmental effect. Okay, we have to produce different goods and products. Okay, we also need to provide the different services to maintain the reliability of the product, okay, with the least cost and least environmental effect. Okay, and this environmental effect, we have learned in the energy and environment impact. Okay, so we have to produce such things with good services with least cost and least environmental effect. That is the main fundamental goal of energy management. Our subject is, now the definitions are given here. So what is energy management? The judicious and effective use of energy to maximize profit, okay, also to minimize the cost and to enhance competitive positions. Also we can define by the book, okay, the strategy of adjusting and optimizing energy using systems and procedures so as to reduce energy requirement as per unit of output while holding constant or reducing total cost of producing the output from the systems. This is quite difficult kind of definition. You can go for this. Okay, so now here the objective of energy management is to achieve and maintain optimum energy procurement and utilization, okay, throughout the organization or throughout the department or throughout the sector. Okay, also to minimize the energy cost, okay, production of energy and supplement of energy, to minimize this cost and to minimize the waste of energy without affecting the production of the product. Okay, number of products, okay, should not be less or should not be more, it should be kept constant, and also the quality of the product, okay, we have to make. So this can be achieved by successful energy management. And lastly, to minimize environmental effects, okay, these are the objectives of energy management, okay, our subject or this chapter. So successful energy management must combine an effective strategy with the right practical action, okay. So there should be a strategy with a practical action so that successful energy management will be procured. It begins with the decision makers and then involves every employee on a day to day basis. Suppose we are going to manage or we are going to audit a particular industry, so we need to imply both the factors. First is the decision makers or the top management of a particular organization with the involvement of each and every employee on a day to day basis, because energy management is not a time period activity, it should be conducted day to day and every day, 24 by 7, okay, so that we can achieve these objectives. So many organizations would like to save energy, but to have the most impact and success, they need to give priority to energy management, and they should need to make it an integral part of company management strategy. Okay, so as we know that in every industry there are different strategies like development strategies, research strategies, production strategies, and human resource strategies while recruiting the different employees. Okay, so there are different part of strategies. So in order to make this happen, to achieve the objectives of energy management, the company should allow the energy management, and it should make energy management an integral part of the strategy. Okay, this is important. So I'll close this side, this is only important for that. Okay, now when someone is admitting, okay, I think ठीक है. We will start with the need for energy audit. Okay, so uh, for the for throughout the chapter we are going to consider an example of energy audit of a industry. Okay, the industry might be anything, core electrical company also, or a core IT company or mechanical or electronics company. Okay, we need to one sec, someone is admitting. Okay, ठीक है, one second, I will make someone an admin so that this Goswami, okay, I will make Goswami an admin so that someone gets into in the lecture from the other organizations or other email address, you can add him. Okay, add as a co-host. Okay, 1 to 2 people I will make. Okay, so that will be easy for me. Okay, please add this the people which are from the outside or having different mail IDs. Okay, so so considering an industry, okay, so consider a foundry or a boiler system or electric energy or industrial system, automation industry suppose kara. Okay, so that in any industry throughout the world there are only different operating costs which are three. Okay, suppose if you want to operate any industry, if you want to make a startup, you need to think upon three different costs before opening of the company. First is energy. Okay, energy cost you should need to think, okay, which includes electrical also and thermal also. So now here in case electrical energy is nothing but the supply comes from the MSCB, and thermal, this is in case of for the foundry and different mechanical industries, okay, where heat is concerned. Okay, so energy you should be keep in mind. Okay, cost of energy. उसके बाद labor cost, it should be kept in mind, okay, before going to construct an industry or maintain it. Also, lastly, or the main important thing, that is the material, okay, raw material. So cost of energy, labor and materials, both three of them are important whenever we are going to find out the operating cost of a company. So now here, what is the need of energy audit in this case? In this case, we can see that in case of labor, we cannot cut the cost to a much extent. Okay, if you are cutting the cost and salaries of the labor for the saving of your company, then the labor will not retain, or the labor will not stay in the company for long time. Okay, it will switch to the other companies, okay, where he will be given more priority. So labor cost, we cannot make more manipulations. Also, in case of material, if you are going to cut your cost by using or by cutting the raw material, or the quality of raw material, or the cost of the raw material, then eventually it will degrade your total production, also the quality and brand of your organization or industry. So labor and material cost, this cannot be altered to a much level. Okay, you cannot make the changes here in order to reduce the cost of energy. But there is a thing, okay, or there is a uh, sector in every industry, that is electrical and thermal, okay, or the energy consumption sector, where you can save a lot of money and lot of computation cost by just saving the electricity and thermal energy. Okay, electricity in case of most of the industries where electric energy is required, and thermal also. Okay, thermal in the case of foundries and different forgeries, okay, for mechanical purpose. So also in our college, the electricity bill is around 15 lakhs per month. Okay, so by energy organization or energy management audit, we can keep the same to less. Earlier it was about 22 lakhs per month, but because of the uh, what you called as installation of solar panels, if you are going to see about the student section के छत के बाजू में they have installed a number of solar panels, okay, which they are using off grid when the light is not there, or they are also supplying the energy from the solar to the MSC back. Okay, so MSC will charge, or it will give the money back. So because of that system, the electricity bill has reduced to a lot of extent. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, saving energy cost can save the overall cost of your company. So energy audit is required for this purpose, to save the electricity. Now here they have written, among the three different operating cost, energy has the highest potential for cost reduction. Okay, energy has the highest potential. We can reduce the cost of total production by the cost reduction in the energy. Now also energy audit will help us to understand more about the ways energy is used in the industry. So whenever we are going to carry an energy audit in an organization or a company or industry, we are going to get different ways or different techniques, or different what you call it as optimization techniques. Suppose there is a foundry section, then forgery section, then welding section, then electrification section. Different section के अंदर you can identify the areas where you can reduce the waste. Okay, so it has a scope. Because of energy audit, it is possible. Now also, when you are going to perform audit program in an industry, it will review variations in energy cost. Okay, एनर्जी कॉस्ट के अंदर जितना वेरिएशन है अपने को पता चलेगा बिकॉज ऑफ एनर्जी ऑडिट प्रोग्राम. ओके, ऑल्सो अवेलेबिलिटी एंड रिलायबिलिटी ऑफ सप्लाई ऑफ एनर्जी, कितना एनर्जी बाकी है, ओके, और कितना एनर्जी रिलायबल है, we can understand with the help of energy audit. Also we can decide energy mix. Okay, then we can identify energy conservation technologies, and also retrofit for energy conservation equipment. Okay, we can retrofitting का मतलब we can adopt different technologies in order to convert the existence technique, old techniques into new techniques. Okay, retrofitting is nothing but it is used in the electric vehicle sector, where you can modify your old Activa or old Access, Dio, etc., okay, which runs on petrol, into hybrid model which runs on both electricity and petrol also. So this is nothing but the example of retrofitting. Okay, you can emerge new technologies. Okay, also lastly, the energy audit is the translation of conservation ideas into realities. Okay, जितना भी हम कंजर्वेशन आइडिया को प्रपोज करेंगे, ओके, जितना भी उसके पीछे भागेंगे, energy audit will make it turn into reality. Okay, this is nothing but the practical implementation of the energy conservation technique. You can also define energy audit like the practical implementation of energy conservation techniques into real time. That is energy audit. Okay, by evolving technically feasible solutions with economic and other organizational considerations with a specified period of time. So energy audit is a time activity. It should be conducted regularly, okay, but within a period of time. Okay, suppose 10 days, 15 days, 1 year, 1 month, 2 months, depending upon the size of the industry. Okay, so these are the different needs or the importance of why energy audit is required. Okay, next we are going to see the definition of energy audit as per the act. Now here EC Act means Energy Conservation Act 2001. Okay, so Niti India government and Niti Aayog Act with the help of Indian Parliament has passed a bill in the year 2001. Okay, which the bill was Energy Conservation Act. Okay, so in this act there was different implementation of different policies, different rule, regulations, proceedings. Okay, regarding the energy conservation and management. So according to that Energy Conservation Act, the energy audit definition is here. Okay, so energy audit means the verification, monitoring and analysis of use of energy, including submission of technical report. Okay, now here you have to verify, you have to monitor, you have to analyze the use of or consumption of electric energy, including submission of technical report. After all these things, of after verification, monitoring and analysis, you have to submit a technical report, okay, which includes all the details, okay, of energy use. Energy के अंदर electricity भी आती है और thermal भी आती है. Okay, containing recommendations for improving efficiency. Okay, now here at the time of submission of technical report, you have to recommend different techniques in order that they can use the techniques and they can reduce the energy consumption in an organization. Okay, with cost benefit analysis. Okay, so whatever the techniques you are giving in the report, that should be cost benefit. Okay, it should be easier for the company to adopt, and they should recover the cost of that techniques from the energy conserved. Okay, that is the main motto. And an action plan to reduce energy consumption. Also you need to give an action plan, okay, in order to reduce the energy consumption, which is very important for the environmental purpose. Okay, so energy audit is just nothing, is not only energy consumption or reducing energy consumption, it is also given an action plan to reduce the energy consumption. Okay, it includes both conserving the energy and reducing the use of energy. Okay, so now we are going to see what are the different types of audit that we are going to study in this chapter. Okay, so energy audit is a lengthy procedure. Okay, it has two very, I'll show you types of energy audit. Okay, now before going to the energy audit, or suppose you are an energy auditor. Okay, energy auditor के लिए there is an exam by the BEE, which is a national entity, that is Bureau of Energy Efficiency. Under the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, what you called as program, there is an exam which is related to the energy auditor. एग्जाम पास होने के बाद देर आर 3 to 4 डिफरेंट पेपर्स. ओके, 1 year का ड्यूरेशन है. 1 year की ड्यूरेशन और पास होने के बाद यू आर गोइंग टू गेट energy auditor certificate. So you will be an official energy auditor who can audit a particular organization. So there is an exam for that. Suppose you are an auditor, आपने एग्जाम पास कर ली, ओके, आपने सब स्कोर अच्छा कर लिया, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. नाउ before going to the energy audit, you need to look at the industry. Okay, what type of energy audit you have to perform. So there are three different energy audits. Okay, first is preliminary energy audit, second is target energy audit, and third is detailed energy audit. Okay, there are different energy audits, in which basically there are three only, which are most important as an auditor. So you have to choose what type of energy audit is to be performed. Then you have to choose what type of industry it is. Either it is an electrical industry, IT industry, or mechanical industry. Okay, now also you have to see what depth the final audit is needed. Okay, you have to also see the depth of the audit. अगर ऊपर के ऊपर audit चाहिए तो भी चलेगा, अगर पूरा deep में audit चाहिए तो भी चलेगा. Okay, you have to see that depending on the type of industry and the potential and magnitude of cost reduction desired. Okay, ये भी देखना पड़ेगा. So energy audit can be classified into the following types. First is preliminary energy audit. Okay, preliminary is a simple and the easiest one. Targeted energy audits. Okay, this is quite easy than the detailed. Okay, it is concerned with a particular department. And lastly, detailed energy audit. Okay, so there are different applications of the different audits. Okay, we are going to have a look. Okay, so we will start with the preliminary energy audit. Okay, now this audit, preliminary energy audit, is also can be called as a walk-through audit. Okay, walk-through audit matlab it doesn't require much amount of data to be extracted from the industry. Okay, suppose if you are going to do energy audit of Walchand College, then in case of preliminary energy audit, you just need to have a visit to the organization. You have to just see what are the different equipments that are installed in the organization. Suppose we will take an audit of our quadrangle. Okay, quadrangle में suppose 50 classroom है. Okay, so each classroom will consume some amount of energy. Okay, some amount of energy is consumed by the different materials or the equipments which are installed in the quadrangle. अगर quadrangle के अंदर क्या क्या है, there is a TV. Okay, suppose you are auditing a quadrangle of our college. In a quadrangle, suppose there is a classroom number 1. So classroom number 1 के अंदर क्या है, there is first of all a electric supply board. Okay, in that there are different switches. Okay, switches के बाद में क्या है, there are number of lights, number of fan. Okay, number of tube lights रहेगी. Okay, there is a projector load. Okay, overhead projector है. Okay, उसके बाद there is a TV. उसके बाद there is a speaker, or I think there is an inverter in some classes. Okay, UPS पर है. So there are different loads. So now we have to, in case of this preliminary energy audit, we have to calculate the connected load in a classroom. Okay, एक classroom number 1 का सब load जितना अभी suppose एक classroom number 1 के अंदर एक ट्यूबलाइट है. Okay, the rating of that ट्यूबलाइट is 30 watt, 40 watt. Okay, you have to note it down. फैन का रेटिंग कितना है, 60 watt. Okay, note it down. ओवरहेड प्रोजेक्टर का रेटिंग कितना है, 600 watt. Note it down. उसके बाद you have to go to check the टीवी का रेटिंग कितना है, 300 watt. सब जितने भी इक्विपमेंट है सबका रेटिंग you have to note it down, and then you have to add. Okay, so that addition will be the total load consumed by classroom number 1. So again you are going to do the same procedure for each classroom. So this will complete the audit of the quadrangle. Okay, audit मतलब क्या किया अपन ने, we have just assured the energy consumption. Okay, energy consumption सिर्फ अपन ने study किया of the all the classrooms. Okay, now we are going to check whether the equipments that are used are outdated, okay, or new. If they are outdated, if suppose our college is using incandescent lamp, okay, which runs on halogen gas and butane gas. Okay, अगर वैसे पुराने बल्ब होंगे तो we have to make recommendations to replace it with CFL or most likely LEDs, because LED will be costlier but it will give very efficient energy use. Okay, it is very important. So you can give suggestions like this. You have to change the normal tube, fluorescent tube with the LED and efficient tubes. Okay, projector अगर पुराना होगा तो you have to replace the old projector with a 5-star rating projector and so on. This is nothing but preliminary energy audit. Okay, this is a walkthrough audit. Okay, which does not require any kind of detailed information of a particular organization or industry. Okay, this is, now we are going to see how it is. It is also called as walkthrough audit and diagnostic audit. Okay, you have to diagnose the particular fault or a energy consumption bug over here. Okay, like in case of suppose अगर आपका पीसी नहीं चल रहा है, वाईफाई नहीं चल रहा, तो यू आर गोइंग टू गो टू द वाईफाई सेटिंग्स एंड यू हैव टू ट्रबल शूट इट. That's what we are required in preliminary energy audit. Okay, it is a quick exercise. Okay, and uses existing or easily obtained data, the data which is obtained easily. So in case of Walchand college अपन क्या करेंगे, we are just going to extract the data of consumption of energy of every classroom and the light bill of college or a particular sector. इतना ही अपने करना है. Okay, in case of preliminary energy audit, that was an example. Okay, we are not going to do it. So and the scope of preliminary audit is, scope क्या क्या है we are going to see. First is, I'll zoom it. So we have to establish energy consumption in the organization. Okay, like we are going to energy consumption. Okay, in this case in this case we are going to extract the data from energy bills and invoices. Okay, so data of energy consumption is only required. We have to obtain data such as production for relating with energy consumption, same as that first. Then we have to estimate the scope of energy savings. Okay, then identify the most likely and easiest areas for attention, like unnecessary lighting, higher temperature settings, leakage, etc. ओके, सपोज अगर क्वाड्रेंगल के अंदर एक क्लासरूम है जिधर एसी लगा है, एसी का रेटिंग कितना होता है, बेसिकली इट इज़ 3600 watt or 36 kilowatt. Okay, which is higher than as what is called as oven and refrigerator. Okay, 1.5 ton, 1 ton, okay, etc. So that in that case we have to look at the different leakages. Okay, leakage point from where the energy or the cool air can surpass. Okay, and energy is going to waste. So that is an example. Then identify immediate improvement or savings. Okay, next we have to set a baseline or reference point for energy consumption. So there should be a point of reference. Okay, suppose एक दिन का consumption अगर 200 किलोवाट है, तो it should, we should keep a energy consumption set point 190 के आगे नहीं जाना चाहिए और उसके नीचे नहीं आना चाहिए. Okay, just examples. Also identifies area for more detailed study or measurement. Okay, so this is the scope of energy audit, which is preliminary energy audit. Okay, example और उसका scope. Now here there are different energy measurement. Okay, so some examples of no cost energy management are in this case. Okay, so techniques which are used in preliminary energy audit are arresting leaks. Okay, as I said earlier, अगर इंडस्ट्री है तो अगर सपोज स्टीम टर्बाइन का ऑडिट करना है अपने को और इट इज़ कंज्यूमिंग मोर एनर्जी, then we have to check the leakage of that particular device. Okay, and the compressed air. So steam के लिए steam और अगर हीटर वगैरह है तो compressed air. Next is controlling excess air by adjusting fan damper. Okay, this is totally core term. Okay, for electric industries. Next, shutting equipment when not needed. Okay, so these are popular techniques and very easy techniques. Okay, which comes under preliminary energy audit. Okay, then replacement with the appropriate lamps with luminaries. Okay, incandescent lamp का replacement with the LEDs and so on. So this was about the information regarding preliminary energy audit. Okay, next we are going to have a look on what are the or what is targeted energy audits. Okay, now targeted energy audits is concerned with a particular department. Okay, preliminary के अंदर okay you are considering a whole industry or whole organization. Now here you have to consider only a department or a specified equipment. Suppose वॉल्चन कॉलेज के अंदर इलेक्ट्रिकल डिपार्टमेंट का एनर्जी ऑडिट करना है, तो डैट कम्स अंडर टारगेटेड एनर्जी ऑडिट. अँड सपोज देर इज अ इंडस्ट्री, फर्नेस इंडस्ट्री आहे, त्या फर्नेस इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये 10 पैकी एका फर्नेसवर ऑडिट करायचं आहे, तर दॅट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड ॲज टार्गेटेड एनर्जी ऑडिट्स. ओके, so now each and every audit will have different examples, okay, or different needs to be satisfied. Now here for this audit, we will see what it is in detail. So target energy audit often results from preliminary audits. Okay, so whenever you are going to perform targeted energy audits, this preliminary energy audit should be done. Okay, it is a best practice to be, okay, this to be done is a best practice before going to these target energy audits. They provide data and detailed analysis. Okay, one sec. Who is okay? So they provide the data and detailed analysis in terms of the particular department or the particular device on which we are going to perform the audit. Okay, for example, an organization may target it. Sorry, one second. For example, an organization, okay, any organization, Walton College असू दे किंवा इंडस्ट्री असू दे, may target its lighting system or boiler system or steam system or even compressed air system with a view of effecting energy savings. Okay, for example, in case of industry, suppose the lighting of the industry, which consists of electricity supply and electricity consumption, is high. Also suppose in an industry where boiler system is consuming more energy or compressed air system is consuming more energy, in that case we have to target, and this comes under target energy audit. Okay, now targeted audits therefore involves detailed surveys of the target subjects and analysis of the energy flows. Okay, now detailed surveys, which means we have to check or run the specified equipment. Okay, suppose we are going to energy audit a particular furnace, so that audit is targeted energy audit. Okay, त्या audit साठी आपल्याला सपोज त्या इक्विपमेंट फर्नेस असेल, एका फर्नेसला आपल्याला वी हॅव टू रन इट. ओके, डिटेल सर्वे means we have to switch it on. First of all, we have to switch on this furnace, then we have to make some experimentations on the furnace, we have to run it for a particular time period. Okay, we have to see the energy consumption graph. Okay, then energy utilization graph of the particular device or that furnace. Now also it also gives us analysis of energy flow. Okay, energy flow matlab we have already seen in case of peak load, intermediate load and base load, how the energy flows occurs. Okay, that will be included in the targeted energy audits, and cost associated with the targets. Okay, this is also included. Now the final outcome is the recommendations regarding actions to be taken. Now here we, in this case, after doing this audit, targeted audit, we can make a report which includes all the corrective actions to be taken for the particular device or department, and also we are going to give some recommendations, okay, which will be cost effective, okay, and optimistic recommendations for the actions to be taken to conserve the energy. Okay, so that includes targeted energy audits. So these are not done very popularly because these are targeted specified audits. Okay, preliminary audits are done, okay, where when the cost of audit is very less. These are quite done, these are not more often, it is quite unpopular because of its less scope. And lastly, the main thing, that is the detailed energy audit. This is very important. Okay, in any industry or any there is a rule of government of India, okay, under the Energy Efficiency Act, that in in a span of 3 to 4 years or 2 to 3 years, each and every industry should perform the energy audit, okay, and give and the energy or the particular department or the what you call it, industry should submit the report to the GOI with the proper channel, okay, so that they will be imposed from the penalties, okay. So energy audit is very important nowadays as far as the energy is concerned. Okay, now here the detailed energy audit, okay, as the name indicates, it is a combination of both, okay, preliminary or targeted, okay, combination in a detailed manner, okay. So we have to start from the scratch for this detailed energy audit. We have to check all the informations regarding the organization also, the devices also, okay, or information like the energy consumption data, utilization data, energy waste data, and so on, okay, for each and every device, okay. We have to test in each and every equipment, each and every department, so that we are going to get the detailed energy audit. So they have written here, we can see, detailed energy audit is a comprehensive audit and results in a detailed energy product, okay, project implementation plan for a facility, because it accounts for the energy use of all major equipments, okay. It also considers the interactive effects of various projects and offers the most accurate estimate of energy savings and cost. So it offers accurate estimate of energy savings and cost other than the targeted and preliminary energy audit, because it includes detailed energy cost saving calculations and project implementation costs, okay. So now one of the key elements in a detailed energy audit is the energy balance, okay. Now here it is based on inventory of energy using systems, then assumptions of current operating conditions, and also measurements and calculations of energy use, okay, that we are going to see in the detailed manner. Now it is carried out in two phases. This detailed energy audit is carried out into three phases. First is pre-audit phase, second is audit phase, and last is post-audit phase. Okay, now I will show you an overview in, okay, which includes what exactly we are going to do in this audit. So pre-audit phase के अंदर we are going to gather the different information. We have to extract the data of the organization, okay, starting from the start year of the organization, कब ये ओपनिंग हुआ कंपनी का, उसके बाद हाउ द एनर्जी बिल्स, ओके, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल के अंदर कितना वेरिएशन है, ओके, यूनिट्स के अंदर कंजम्पशन का वेरिएशन, वेस्ट का वेरिएशन, ओके, परचेस कितने हुए हैं, okay, from the start we are going to gather all this data. We are going to meet the different professionals and the managers of the organization and the technical teams also from the organization in the pre-audit phase. Next is audit phase. Audit phase के अंदर we are going to analyze the data. Analyze the data मतलब analyze the energy consumption data. We are going to test for different equipments. We are going to run the equipment for a day, for a week, for a month, okay, and we are going to gather the data. We are going to find out the different losses. Then we are going to find out the different energy consumption opportunities in the particular sector, okay, and so on. और उसके बाद we are going to go for post audit phase. अब post audit phase के अंदर क्या है, there should be a report, okay, detailed report regarding the energy techniques, conservation techniques, and energy wastage, okay, corrective actions we need to provide, and then we need to talk with the top management of the industry or the organizations, okay, उनके साथ बात करने के बाद whatever the result will be, okay, then we have to give the assurance to the industry, okay. We have to check the audit check matlab whatever the corrective actions we are giving to replace this with this, okay. So we have to check whether the corrective actions given is cost benefit or not, okay, and we have to visit the company for often, more often in a week or a month after the post audit phase for a particular period of time. Okay, suppose मई महीने के अंदर we are completed with the audit. Okay, so we have to visit the company up to December. Okay, within a specified visits, 2 to 3 visits. Okay, in a month, so that we are going to check the energy consumption and the energy management. Okay, so this was the overview. Okay, now here in the next lecture tomorrow we are going to see the 10 step methodology for conducting energy audit. Okay, which is detailed energy audit. Okay, step 1, okay, phase 1 से लेके phase 3 तक we are going to have a look on. उसके बाद we are going to have a look on what are the different what you called as objectives and duties of energy auditor. Okay, okay. और उसके बाद we are going to see the energy conservation opportunities, and we are going to see on energy audit report. Okay, how it is. Okay, and we are going to have a look on sample report, which includes how the energy audit is being done right now and what are the different steps. Okay, in actual time. This is just theory. Okay, these are steps are only theoretical. So in that later on we are going to see how it is done in practical way. Okay, we have a report of IIT or IIT Roorkee energy audit that we are going to study in deep. Okay, so that is up for today.